We're not normally dressed up to the nines, but this evening is Birmingham Gay and Lesbian Ball, which we're pleased to be at. Basically, the Birmingham Pride Community Trust grew out of the Birmingham Pride Festival, a festival that's now been running in Birmingham for more than 10 years, and which has been a fantastic celebration of Birmingham's lesbian and gay community. However, in that 10 years, things have moved on. We have civil partnerships, Section 28 has been repealed. The legislation has moved on to such a stage that there's a lot more equality on the surface for lesbians and gay men than there ever was. So now there are different needs in terms of the community at large, and we at the Birmingham Pride Community Trust are concerned with the quality of life 365 days a year.
More and more we're getting credibility with the council, so that instead of us always having to lobby them, they actually come to us and seek out our views on behalf of the lesbian and gay community. And in the last couple of years we've been able to influence the young people and children's strategy for the next few years and the carers strategy to make sure that both of those groups include the needs of lesbians and gay men when they're looking at their plans for the future. One of the things that we've done in the Trust is we have set up a forum which has got over 35 local gay groups affiliated to it, and so we are able through that to canvass the views of a lot more lesbians and gay men, so that we're not just speaking from our own experience, but we're really building up that voice to represent and reflect their views.
There are particular characteristics about the lesbian and gay community because it can be something of an invisible community. It's not as visible always as it is here this evening. So for some people it can be quite difficult for them to state their needs, given that some of them will have hidden sexuality.
One of the things that some of our members are particularly keen on looking at is residential care. As the people get older, they're coming from a generation where they may not have been so open about their sexuality, may even have grown up and come out at a time when it was illegal to be gay. So to move into a residential care home where they're with people who don't understand about their needs, don't recognise them as being gay, they become very, very invisible. It may be hard for them to have visitors or to be able to talk to other people about their past, and so we want to make sure that they feel as comfortable in their later years as they may have done when they've been able to be living independently in the community. People would often be quite shy to come out. You're very vulnerable where you live. If it turns out that you've got neighbours on your street that are homophobic, you can't kind of take it back, and you are at risk then, very real risk, from abuse or even attack. So people will be cautious about coming out on the street where they live.
Lesbians and gay men are represented in all sections of city life and as such make a huge contribution to that cultural and business and social life of the city. I think there's a problem though, or an issue for us, in that there are a relatively small number of champions of lesbians and gay men in high profile positions that are openly gay and therefore able to champion the needs of the city's LGBT population.
We have now got government statistics that confirm an official level of 6% of the adult population is lesbian or gay, and that in a city like Birmingham amounts to 60,000 people out there in everyday jobs, everyday situations, living down the road, but probably not seen, and people will not be aware that they're lesbian and gay. If we could mobilise all those people, what a fantastic lobbying power we would have for the services that we would love to have.
it's also important that people running public services recognise that we have multiple identities. I sometimes get the impression that it's easy for them to tick the BME box or the older person box or the lesbian and gay box. But obviously people who are lesbian and gay are also black, Asian or white, young, old, able-bodied or have a disability. And it's that multiple identity that people running public services don't always seem to appreciate.